You probably clicked on this video because you eat fried chicken, and that means you're in good company because I don't know anybody that doesn't like fried chicken. Yesterday I was at the grocery store and I noticed there were a ton of different chicken burger options. Today I'm going to find out which one is the best. Meet me in the kitchen, let's make it happen. Now for this experiment we're keeping everything the same. We're using drumsticks only. Sorry to my people that like flats. We're going to coat them in yellow mustard as a binder, dip them into each seasoned flour, fry them all at 350 degrees for the exact same amount of time, and see which one's the best. We're gonna grade the chicken based on color, texture, and flavor. All right guys, today we're using the yellow mustard as a binder, mostly because eggs are so damn expensive now. First up, we have Louisiana chicken fries. So I've used this before, like at a cookout, stuff like that. You wanna keep a little bit of air in your bag. Let's give it a little toss. Make sure it's evenly coated. Now this is a batter, so you actually could add a little water to this to create like an actual batter. But for the purposes of today's experiment, we want to keep everything the same, and we're just going to fry it straight up. You can do it either way though. Let's see how it fries up. All right, so early thoughts. It's looking great. Coated nicely, it's crispy, looks like southern fried chicken. We'll see how it tastes, but so far so good. All right, Louisiana chicken fry is on the clock. Let's see what we got. Color, I'm gonna give this on a scale of 1 to 5, I'm gonna go 4.5. This is about as golden brown as you could expect. It doesn't smell the best, I'll say that. But let's see how it tastes. Too damn hot. Gotta give it a couple more minutes. It should burn my lip immediately. Let's see. Crispiness, I'm going 2.4. It's not very crispy. The flavor is better than I was expecting. Super hot. Flavor, I'll give it a 3. Overall, let's go 3 even. Next up, we got House Autry. This is the medium hot version, so should have a little spice to it. We're just gonna get in there, give it a good shake, and see what we got. Again, drumsticks, 350 degrees, 8 to 10 minutes until they hit at least 165 to 175 internal temperature. And we're grading it on flavor, crunch, and color. It's a big old drum right there. All right, guys, I'm trading one addiction for another. I've cut back on my poor eating habits and my alcohol intake, and I replaced it with diet soda. Coca-Cola, cut your boy a check. All right, next up we have House Autry medium hot seasoned frying mix. You can use this for seafood, chicken, anything you want. This color is a little bit better in my opinion. I'm going probably 4.7 on the color. I can't really imagine what would be a more beautiful piece of fried chicken than that. They did a good job. The breading coated nicely. I'm gonna let it cool down just a second and then get into the taste test. Not the crispiest wing. Flavor's good though. It's cooked perfectly. Shout out to the chef. I'm gonna give this a 3.3 overall. The crunch is lacking a little bit. The color is great and the flavor is a little above average. All right, people, next up, Kentucky kernel, spelled like a kernel of corn. Seems like a cheap ripoff of KFC if you ask me, but never used this before. Interested to see how it turns out. Let's give it a good shake and deep fry at 350. Well, let's take a look at some of these ingredients. So we have just wheat flour, riboflavin, salt, spices, and natural flavor. They're not telling you much of anything on here. Nothing special, at least in the description. All right, guys, let's see what the bootleg kernel has for us. Look at this guy. Who is that? It's like every old white man that ever lived right here. That's what they're going for. All right, let's give it a taste. It smells like weed a little bit. Ooh, it's hot. Crunch is probably the best crunch out of the ones I've had so far. Still not great though. Flavor is pretty good. Color is not great. I give it above average, maybe slightly. I'm gonna give this a 3. Hold on. It's almost got like a Chinese food takeout vibe going. I'm gonna go 3-4. I like that. I'd eat 6 of those easy. I'm gonna finish this one. Next up in the fried chicken fiesta is Louisiana spicy fried chicken wings. Let's see how spicy they are. Give it a good shake. Let's drop these on in the hot tub and see what we got. I'm liking the smell and the color of this a little bit better than the other entries. Yeah, that smells more like it. All right, so I don't know how I feel about cornmeal on my fried chicken. I can see it and verified it in the ingredients list here. Smells good. Good color. Great color, actually. Other than the odd cornmeal flakes. I'm not seeing where it's spicy, though. Texturally, it's kind of missing the mark a little bit. It's like, it's got a little crunch, but it's mushy. Yeah, this is kind of disappointing. I'm starting to get a little bit of the heat, though. It's not that flavorful. I'm going to give this one overall a 2.7. We have Washington chicken breading mix. One-step breader. Fully seasoned for frying chicken and vegetables. Interesting. All right, let's give it a shake. Drop it in the oil, see what we got. All right, people, Washington chicken. Never had it before. Little light skin on the color. Smells like fried chicken. Let's give it a taste. It actually looks pretty crunchy, though. Let's see. Nah. I think I got an aunt that fried better chicken than this. 2-4. And that's being fair. All right, guys, back again with another House Autry product. This is their original crunchy recipe. So it better have some crunch. Can't put it on the bag and lie to me. So let's see what they got. Give it a shake. And we'll get it in the grease. Extra crunchy recipe, or original crunchy recipe. I'm not really seeing it, but let's test it out. That's really hot. Yeah, I wouldn't call this extra crunchy. It's about the same as the other ones, really. They've all kind of come in about the same. The flavor on this one's pretty good. I probably should let it cool a second to give it a fair assessment. But I'm greedy. Almost burned the hell out of my mouth, but overall, so far, this is the best one, in my opinion. I'm gonna go 3.7. Good flavor. If it was actually crunchy like it says on the bag, it would have been in the 4s. All right, so for the sake of fairness, I'm gonna give a very fair critique of my own seasoned flour, my own product. One of the things that I think is an issue when you're frying chicken is sometimes you may lack or sacrifice the perfect color to get the season that you're looking for. So for me, my seasoned flour is very heavily seasoned. I think, in my opinion, it's seasoned perfectly, but sometimes that can lead to not the most even color on the exterior of the chicken. So if I'm grading this chicken based on color alone, it's not gonna be, a #1 entry. But crunch and flavor, it should compete pretty well. Yeah, I mean, that's what you want to hear. Very hot. Flavor-wise, I mean, this is exactly how I would want my chicken to be. Some may even, if you're like sensitive to salt, you may say it's a little too seasoned. And if you do, just add a little bit of regular flour or cornstarch to the mix. But right here, this for me, it's a winner. Those are pop. All right, 4-7. You gotta try it. Let me know.
Yeah. You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Immediately coats your palate, season all the way through to the bone of the chicken.
This is perfect.